Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another book review. What if you discovered long after someone's death that they had lived a secret, beautiful love story? And what if that story made you question everything you thought you knew, not just about them, but about your own life too? So, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Barry, and today I'm diving into a short story that is quiet, profound, and deeply moving. Brown Sugar Candy by Baik Sou Linne, translated into English by Jung Yewon. And this story was released as part of the Seoul International Writers Festival in 2020. And that's a big literary festival that brings together writers from Korea and from the rest of the world to explore language and storytelling and so on. And the 2020 festival made available some English translations of the writers who were attending, and Brown Sugar Candy was a standout from those selections available on their website. So Beck is an award-winning Korean writer. She studied French literature at Yonsei University here in Korea and in Lyon in France. She debuted back in 2011 with a story called Lying Practice and won the Munhak Dongne Literature Prize in 2015. And she doesn't have a huge amount of stories available in English, so it's great to have this story so that we can get acquainted with her work. So, what is Brown Sugar Candy about, and what is the setup for the story? So, the story starts with a young woman learning a surprising fact about her recently deceased grandmother. The young woman and her brother have been cleaning their grandmother's grave when her brother Sangu lets slip that grandmother had a secret lover when the family lived in France. The young woman is shocked and realizes that she had ignored signs of her grandmother's romance. And this inspires her to some self reflection about the time that her family lived in France. The girl's mother died when she was young, and her father had to move to France for his job. So the family relocated to France, and they asked Grandma Pack to come to France with them to help look after the young children. Grandma Pack's husband having already passed away. So for a few years, the family lives together in France. Grandma, father, sister, and younger brother. And as sister, now an adult woman, as she reads through her grandmother's old diaries, she realizes that grandmother had indeed entered into a kind of tentative romance with an equally elderly French neighbor. And she also learns that this brief romance may have provided some solace for the very difficult life which grandma had lived, in which she perhaps may have not wanted to live, may have wanted to live some different life. So what do we learn about Grandma Pack, and what type of life did she lead, and why couldn't she live the way that she might have wanted to? So there's a nice quote from Beck where she says, "Outsiders don't belong, and deep down we're all outsiders." And the picture she paints of Grandma Pack is of someone who is an outsider in her own life. So she's from a relatively poor background, but she had very high aspirations for herself. She wanted to go to university against her family's wishes. She learned languages. She played music. She was very interested and passionate about music in general. And Peck seems to tell us that she was a person with a rich inner life. However, she acquiesced to her family's wishes and married a man who bored her, and in fact, bored her for decades until he died. So she's had this loveless and mostly joyless marriage. And there's a feeling that this rich life, or a potentially rich life that she could have had, escaped her or was stolen from her. So when she meets this cultured French neighbor, Monsieur Brunier, he seems to offer the small possibility to enjoy art and culture in later life. But is it too late? Has it come, or did it come too late for Grandma Pack to enjoy or appreciate? And so I think Peck is trying to say some obvious things and perhaps some not quite so obvious things in this story. And there's another nice quote that I'd like to share with you. Do you know what? I can't remember where I found this quote. So anyway, I think this might have been from the introduction where Peck said this. What intrigues me the most has always been the time difference. Oh, I remember. This is from an essay about a different story that Beck wrote called Time Differences, which I might have reviewed already. Anyway, she said, what intrigues me the most has always been the time difference between people, as if each person is born into this world with his or her own speed of time, and the time overlap between two people always seems much too brief. As a result, most heartfelt truths reach their destinations either too late or too early. So perhaps Beck is saying that we are all prisoners of time. Your life is sand running through your fingers. And so don't waste your time in unfulfilling pursuits or unfulfilling relationships. And actually, I think this is quite a richly textured story with several interesting things happening in it. But overall, I think this is the most important message. Don't squander your life because of other people's expectations. So, anyway, have you read Brown Sugar Candy? Has your life been shaped by duty rather than desire? Let me know in the comments. And of course, like the video if you feel like it. Subscribe for more reviews of Korean books and short stories. And hit the notification bell. And thanks for watching. Take care. And I'll see you in the next video.